Reductio ad absurdum is a logical argument technique that demonstrates the falsity of a statement by showing that it leads to an absurd or contradictory conclusion. This method is often used in philosophy, mathematics, and debate to prove that a claim cannot be true by assuming it is true and following the logic to an extreme or illogical outcome. By highlighting the impossibility or irrationality of a position, reductio ad absurdum helps strengthen logical reasoning and argumentation. Now let's look at some examples of how reductio ad absurdum is used in different contexts. A common example of reductio ad absurdum is in mathematical proofs. Suppose someone claims that there is the smallest possible positive fraction. To disprove this, a mathematician might argue that if such a fraction exists, dividing it by 2 would create an even smaller fraction. This process can continue indefinitely, showing that the original assumption is false. This use of reductio ad absurdum proves that no smallest positive fraction can exist. Now let's explore another example in everyday reasoning. Reductio ad absurdum is often used in everyday discussions to challenge extreme statements. For example, if someone argues that we should never trust experts, one could apply reductio ad absurdum by asking, so should we also ignore doctors when we are sick, or engineers when building bridges? This extreme consequence highlights the flaw in the original argument by showing that rejecting all expert knowledge would lead to impractical and dangerous outcomes. Now let's examine another example related to ethics. In ethical debates, reductio ad absurdum is sometimes used to show that a moral principle does not work in all situations. For instance, if someone claims, "It is always wrong to break a rule," one could respond by asking, "Does that mean it was wrong for people to break unjust laws in history?" This approach reveals that strict adherence to rules without exceptions can lead to morally questionable outcomes. By exposing contradictions, reductio ad absurdum helps refine ethical reasoning. Now let's consider the overall significance of this logical method. Reductio ad absurdum is a powerful tool for testing the validity of arguments by showing that flawed reasoning leads to absurd conclusions. It is widely used in mathematics, philosophy, and debate to challenge assumptions and refine logical thinking. By forcing an idea to its extreme, this technique highlights contradictions and encourages more thoughtful analysis. Understanding how reductio ad absurdum works allows individuals to evaluate arguments more critically and avoid accepting illogical claims.